Hi Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your January 1st to the 15th, 2021 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you to please give it a thumbs up, and also if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed and located in the description box below. But before we begin any of the reading or the meditation, I just want to say that there is a person impersonating me in the description box below, soliciting you for readings, and I don't know if they will start soliciting for anything else. They have been reported to YouTube. Do not engage with them. That is not me. I will not be soliciting you for readings or for anything, so just ignore them. Report them most definitely so that YouTube is once again reminded that they are there, and just ignore them. They right now went by the name daneharttarot@yahoo.com. That's not me. Again, just ignore them. Okay, so with that said, let us begin with the meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we move forward. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you, and feeling your body relax. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. Now let's let the bowl sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Aquarius. January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Aquarius. January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Aquarius. January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Aquarius. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Fantastic. Now before we turn these over, let's see what your chakra energy has to say for this time. Aquarius. January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Aquarius. January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Aquarius. January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Aquarius. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Fantastic. So we're starting here with angels and masters, angels and divinity coming forward. And then we have flexibility, the sacral chakra. Angels and divinity is the soul star chakra. There we go. The soul star chakra located 6 inches above your crown. The sacral chakra right here. And then we have holistic health, which is the root chakra. So absolutely beautiful. Let me just move my camera just a bit for you guys. Okay, fantastic. And then let's see. Okay, so the left-hand side is your inner self. The middle is your heart, your emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. And now this is the Witch's Wisdom deck. And what's really cool about this is that it's unlike any major arcana that I've seen before. It follows its own beautiful journey forward, and it really brings us on this beautiful, beautiful ancestral and spiritual journey, which is absolutely beautiful for the beginning of 2021. So let's see what it has to say. We have the 9 of water, the 9 of cups, the 6 of earth, the 6 of pentacles, the 7 of earth, the 7 of pentacles. I like that progression right here. And then you have the messenger of water, which equates in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck to the page of water. So this is the page of cups. Water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Then we have the 10 of water, the 10 of cups, which is absolutely beautiful, a beautiful blessing. Then you have the guardian, the wheel of life, and the moon. Absolutely beautiful. Now, the moon does not equate to Pisces as in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So I will not be equating any of the major arcana back to the zodiac. Then we have the 2 of water, the 2 of cups. Oh, I love that. That's so sweet. The 5 of air, the 5 of swords. The ace of air, which is you definitely receiving a gift from divinity. And the 4 of air, the 4 of swords. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So let's see the people who will be aiding you during this time. Aquarius, January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Aquarius. January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Aquarius. January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Aquarius. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. So we're starting here with the King of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is a person who is very down to earth, very centered. Is also going to be showing you ways to connect things, the way things are intertwined and interconnected in a way that you hadn't seen before. So this is going to be a really inspirational person. Now this can also be a very rigid person, like they do things a very certain way. And for you, Aquarius, as an air sign energy, somebody who's a lot more fluid with their ideas and their way of being, you might not be able to line up exactly just like them. And it doesn't mean that you're wrong. It just means that you're different and you go about things differently. So here with this person who really aids you, you might feel, and there is this feeling of inadequacy just a little bit. You know, it's just kind of like, oh, I can't do things exactly like the way that they're doing things. And, oh, they might be doing things better than I'm doing it. It's not better. It's not worse. It is just simply you being you. And you're going to admire this person so much or really respect where they're coming from that you're going to think, oh, I should be just like that. And Spirit is saying, no, you have to be. And you have to, especially during this time, Aquarius, you have to embrace you fully, you know, emotionally, spiritually, absolutely, for you to move forward and to really sing the song that's guided by starlight, that's crafted by the earth. And then we have here the Hierophant. So this is Taurus energy, time frame April 20th to May 20th. This could definitely be a Taurus energy where you sit there and you think, oh, I should be doing things more like you. Or, you know, if you have, for some of you Aquariuses, you have a strong Taurus side of your personality somewhere in your natal chart, or it can be somebody that you're just really close to, it's really coming forward and you might feel like they're warring with each other just a bit. This is a time to ground, yes, to center, to look at what it is that you want, the way that you want to move forward in your life, and then to also sit there and say, I need to be like the wind. I need to go and explore and embrace and become and and imagine and see. And that's going to be such a powerful part of you during this time, and such a powerful way for you to move forward. But the Hierophant energy and the person that you're really drawn to during this time is they're just so exquisitely them. And it's kind of like for better or for worse. And of course, they're human, they're flawed, but there is a beauty of sitting there and saying, this is me. This is all I have to offer right now, because it is fully and full-heartedly who I am and who I need to be. And then we have here the Princess of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Now, this is going to be a person who you're really drawn to, because air sign energy is drawn to air sign energy. So here, oh, excuse me for a moment. Okay, so for here, there is a sense of somebody who questions, somebody who looks at things differently, somebody who digs. You know, they might actually also seem at times to be a little bit of gossip, but they're just going to like share things with you that absolutely amuse them. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, did you see this? Oh my gosh, did you hear this? You know, type of thing. And they're going to be moving forward in such a beautiful way of thought and of creation, and of saying, well, why not? Why not look at it this way? And why not, you know, spin it that way? And why not move forward like this? And because you are so guided by your angels during this time, with the soul star chakra coming through with angels and masters, you know, your angels have their wings wrapped around you like a heart. And it's like you are fully and full-heartedly being cared for and nurtured and protected and loved during this time. And that's the sentiment of why not? Why not ask these questions? Why not move forward this way? Why not break down these barriers? Why not? Why not say, this is me? You know, this is my power. This is my beauty. This is my grace. This is who I am. And embrace it with love and with understanding and with tremendous insight as you embrace your flexibility, because a lot of the negativity that you've been holding on to from this life, from past lives that have been handed down to you, kind of like as a generational curse, which sounds so intense, but it really isn't. So a generational curse is a negativity that has been spoken down from generation to generation. And it doesn't matter if the people who raised you were biologically, you know, related to you or not. It is their generational way of seeing things. And you could say that there's also then added DNA, you know, trauma and drama that comes. And most definitely there is. But there is a sense here of you looking at things and you seeing baggage that you're carrying upon your shoulders. You're seeing things that have weighed you down for a really long time. And you're saying, why? Why do I need to be like this? Like, why does this rigidity have to be a part of me? Or why do I have to see things this way? Why? And as you're asking this, it's like you're freeing yourself. You're saying, I need to move forward in my truth and in my understanding. I need to move forward with a flexibility of soul and spirit and being and way of seeing things. And I can't stay, you know, confined in that negativity that was spoken over me, in that negativity that has grown with me, and those defense mechanisms that suited me when I was little, that helped me, that protected me when I was little, but are no longer serving me anymore. Now I free myself. Now I embrace the flexibility of my soul, of myself. Now I embrace the wisdom that I call forward to move forward in my life, to move forward in my joy, to move forward in my greater understanding. And it brings you to holistic health. It brings you to the root chakra. And the holistic health is embracing the holistic you, is embracing the natural and beautiful you that needs to shine forward, that it is breaking the mold, is breaking what it is that you no longer want, that you no longer need within your life. And as you heal, you start to see that you need to be true to what your body is saying. You need to be true to what your mind is saying, especially, and this is only when it comes from a place of love, kindness, and understanding. If it comes from a place of anger and frustration and harm, then that is something where you need to talk to a professional with. Most definitely, Spirit is saying. But there is this powerful sense of I need to be true to me. And I also need to listen to my body. So it could be, okay, like, so for the past couple of days, I've had this most terrible migraines. And I needed to look back and see what was it that I ate that was different than what I had been eating? What did I do that was different than what I had been doing? And it wound up being food-centric. And you are going to find things during this time where you might find that things are food-centric. Things are, you know, they're mood centric. They can be just so focused around this way of being, this music, this way of understanding things, like these emotions that you're letting into your life, or this way that you're nourishing yourself. And it's looking at things in a new way. It's really sitting there and saying, oh wow, I thought it was silly to say that this affected me so much, but it does. And now I embrace a holistic way, a natural healing way of making my body strong again, of, sitting there and connecting with myself. And it sounds funny, but weight training is something that I find to be just absolutely brilliant. And we tend to think, especially if you're female, you tend to think, oh, I don't want to be like really big, especially if you're like me and you sit there and you're like, oh, but my arms are already a little bit muscular. Like I can't do that. And you're going to find that it actually really, really helps. It really, really helps balance hormones. It really helps to move you forward and to embrace the strength that our bodies were made for. And so here it's kind of like taking things back to the roots and looking at the way that we were made to be and really embracing that. So the holistic health, of course, consult a healthcare professional, but it's going back to basics and it's embracing those basics. And instead of saying, oh, this is wrong, or oh, I'm just being, overly exaggerating, or I'm going to be too much of a nuisance, I can't possibly, it's saying, no, this is what my body needs. And because my body needs it, this is what I need. And it moves you here with the 9 of Waters. It moves you to a place of blessings. It moves you to a place of love. And yes, it feels like you're moving upstream. It feels like you have to overcome all the hardships and all the pain, because these are salmon swimming upstream, and it's not easy. But what you find is that as you're going along and as you're sitting there and saying, okay, yes, it might be easier to go with the masses, but I have to go with my truth. And maybe my clan, my tribe is harder to see. My way forward is more angel based than others, but my way forward is true for me, and it's powerful, and it is brilliant for me, and it has moved me to a greater place of understanding and a greater place of truth and a greater place of blessings. And then it moves you to the 6 of Pentacles, the 6 of Earth, where it says things have to be fair. And I love how you have these little, lizards crawling forward to the water, and it's like, here I am safe. Here I am. Here I can drink, here I can rejoice, here I can have. And what I love also is that this stone right here, to me, most definitely looks like a dragon. So you have little tiny lizards, you can look at them as little tiny dragons, being nourished by the water that is provided by the bigger dragon. And this is having that symbiotic relationship. This is having that give and that take. And in life, especially as you're swimming upstream, Aquarius, especially as you're going after what it is that you desire, you need that give and that take. You need that powerful, beautiful way forward. You need that balance. And you are absolutely embracing it during this time. And you're seeing, what, I can't give and give and give without getting anything in return. And I can't take without giving anything in return. And so there needs to be that balance, especially for yourself, for your well-being, for your power forward. And then it leads you to the 7 of Earth. It leads you to the 7 of Pentacles. It leads you to this prosperity that you've been waiting for. And it leads you to fresh, grazing lands and fresh, places to run and ways to move forward and pastures to explore. And as you're moving forward, you're going to see things anew, but you're also embracing patience. It's like, be patient and you will find that you wind up in a place that you never expected. Be patient and you will find that things evolve in a way that you never thought possible. And as you embrace this patience, you have the messenger of water, you have the page of water, diving deeper into the unknown, finding inspiration in the most unlikely of places, but also in the most beautiful of places. And you're going to sit there and start to see during this time, Aquarius, that you are really connecting emotionally to the way forward, to what it is that you desire, to what it is that you're looking more deeply and more honestly and more truthfully at. You're going to find that inspiration is coming your way in the most kind of obscure or easily overlooked places. And now you're like, oh, wow, this is my truth and this is my power forward and this is what I need. This is what I've been waiting for. And so that really starts to really inspire you. Ooh, sorry about this. That really starts to inspire you. That really starts to help you see things differently. And as you're diving deeper and you're rooted in this kind of quest for emotion, this emotional connection, and you have that here with the healing staff. You have that here with the way that your heart is connecting with things and the way that your soul is connecting with things. Things are going to start coming to you, and you're like, well, why not give it a shot? Why not look at it that way? Why not try it out? Because your heart has the Ten of Water, and they all live happily ever after. It's like the jungle can all live together. And there can be this beauty, and there can be this peace, and there can be this guidance forward. And you start off with the blessing of, and they all live happily ever after. And then your heart is like heavy hitting all the way through with all these major arcana cards, okay? So you're emotionally coming to this time really revved up for change, really looking for power forward, looking at things and saying, maybe it's my time. Because you tend to walk softly, Aquarius. And that's one of the reasons I love you guys so much. I mean, you walk softly, you look at things differently, you are curious, you're intuitive. When you are on, oh my gosh, you shine like the stars in the heavens. That's just the best way to equate you. And that's why you have the star card as your card in the major arcana. And so here, when divinity says, and they all live happily ever after, it's what you desire. It's what you want. And we tend to think of we all live happily ever after, and we see Cinderella running off with her prince, right? Well, that's not everybody's happily ever after. I know me, that would be terrifying to think of that. But it is a sense of finding the place that your soul feels most at home. Finding the place where you feel like, oh, this is it, isn't it? This is power, and this is beauty, and this is comprehension, and this is what I was made for. And this is when I close my eyes, this is what I see. And I can have that where I am. And you might say, Dane, no, I can't. Like, I'm still working towards it. Then you are being driven and you are being guided on this route to this beautiful understanding, to this beautiful power. And your guardians are with you. Your guardians are guarding and guiding your heart during this time. So you have the guardians right here, and you have the animals all around. You have the fox and the rabbit and, just the badger. Everybody is there. And you have the sense of being fully protected. And why the fox jumps out so much is because in this tarot deck, the fox leads us on this journey. And he shows up every now and then, or she, shows up and guides us forward and has us seeing things differently. And I'm just seeing here with the frogs. I don't know if you know the acronym, but FROG, fully rely on God. Now, whether you went to any religious studies like I did when I was little, or, you just heard that, but it is either fully rely on God, fully rely on the universe, fully rely on divinity. It is moving you forward. And it's like your heart is being protected by your angels, by divinity, by your spirit guides. And there's power here in moving you forward in your heart's truth. And you're being guarded. You're being watched over. There is love, and there is protection, and there is brilliance, and there are forces working around you that you hadn't expected, you hadn't anticipated. And it leads you then towards the wheel of life, towards this new season coming into play, towards this new way forward, towards these new ideas and ideals and new ways of thinking. And it's like you're entering into a new season. And sometimes you might sit there and say, well, the season I was in was really super good. I really liked that season, but everybody either needs a break. We need a winter to enjoy the spring. We need a calm, we need a quiet, or we need the rain to replenish the crops, to move us forward. And so whatever season we are entering into, as we are moving forward, it brings us into a new song of our soul. And there is something very beautiful here with the spider webs, with the sense of things being woven around us and with us. It's kind of like having this beautiful warm blanket placed over your shoulders. And if you live in cold climates like I do, it's just very comforting to have that nice, warm, cozy blanket. And so here, it's having that place to snuggle, or even just that nice, warm place to sit under the sun and just feel connected with the earth. There's a sense of a new season coming forward. There's a sense of new ways of looking at things, new power, new understanding that is helping you sing your song of truth. It's helping you connect with your greater understanding and the greater, desire of your pack of what it is that you desire from life, and what it is that you are greatly longing for. It's kind of like you've sent this song out into the world and you're starting to hear it back. There's one wolf here, of course, who's singing, and there's one wolf that looks rather contemplative and just listening to the power of that song, the power of the truth that is being said. And there's a part of you that is listening to the world around you, but it's also singing out your truth and your greater desires and your hopes and your fears and your ways forward. And you're going to see yourself rising in that truth, in that understanding. You're also looking at what has been holding you back, what has been making you scared or overwhelmed, or, making you think that, oh, I can't move forward that way. That life is just not for me. My life has to be like this. And you're going to sit there and find, for a lot of you Aquariuses, that the way that you thought your life was moving forward, the way that you thought you were being guided forward, it starts to change. And you start to see yourself breaking out of a shell. You start to see yourself moving forward in greater understanding and greater wisdom. And what are these animals down here? Yeah, these little otters right down here, which show love. And you have the wolves, which mate for life. And there is just a sense of power and love and beauty and joy and understanding, and a facing of fears and facing of doubts, because it moves you to the two of water, the two of cups, which have the otters coming in. And this is a sense of healing, beautiful love. This is a sense of joy and laughter and beauty and respect and understanding, and just smiles coming forward. And it's in the public arena. It's like love is healing. Love is transporting. And you are going to find yourself transported and healed and just embracing the beauty and the joy and the greater wisdom that is around you. And there's a sense here that there is more than you ever realize coming your way. And it has this beautiful light facing the storm, quite literally, because we have the storm around the owls. Now, the Five of Air shows the hurts, the pains, the disappointment, the storms that we have been throughout life. And it has us facing them again. So it isn't like, oh, everything's going to be sunshine and rainbows and puppy dogs. No, it's going to be challenge. It is going to be being challenged. It's going to be at times being pushed out of our comfort zone. It's going to be tested at times, sitting there and saying, why do I have to face this? Why do I have to see this? Why do I have to go through this again? And it's because divinity right now is with us. And as we go through things, divinity is watching over us as we have to face this storm. But because we are facing this storm, because we're looking at ourselves and our lives, and because we're finding a strength that we didn't know we had, we're finding a truth that we once gave up on before. And we're moving forward in that truth, in that understanding, in that power and resilience of soul and self. We find that we're protected by our angels, by the sacred feminine, by the sacred masculine. There is just a sense of divinity watching and guiding us in its many faceted forms as we face as we face storms, as we see the power of healing, the power of light and of love, and of looking at things differently, and of saying, wow, this isn't my forever, or this doubt, this apprehension, it isn't my forever. And I get to embrace love and healing and beauty and understanding and power. And it moves me then to singing my song. It moves me then to a gift of divinity made by the bones of my ancestors, which can seem rather weird, but it's also rather beautiful, or you can sit there and see this as the bones of those who have fallen. And it's like every single aspect of that being is being used to bring forward and to hearken forth new life and new beauty and new understanding. And the beautiful strings of the harp are made by this beautiful spider right there. And so each one lands on a star. So each one lands on a wish, on a hope, on the power of stardust and of the universe. And you are going to see yourself moving forward, weaving and creating and harmonizing with the song that has been planted in your heart, that is such a part of you. It's kind of like that question, did the dream have me or did I have the dream? And there is going to be a sense that it really is both during this time, but it's a little bit more that the dream had you. The dream is moving you forward in this greater understanding, in this greater truth. You're really being pulled to harmonize with yourself, to say, this is me, this is what I need in my life, this is the joy, and these are the questions, and this is the beauty, and this is the truth. And the Four of Air is looking back and saying, look how far I've come, look how much I've been through, look at all the doubts and all the fears and all the apprehensions I have had, look at everything that I have had to endure, because we have the eagle right up there, and we have the nest, we have this beautiful animal that can fly higher than any other animal. And that is also a representation of our soul. Our soul can fly higher than any other being on this earth. And it can it can withstand the storms. It can fly higher than the storms. It can, fly higher than the animals that come after it. And that's what we're seeing here with ourselves as we give honor to how far we have come, to all the hardships and all the pains and all the disappointments that we have been through, as we look at how we have transcended. There is a sense of giving honor and giving respect to ourselves and saying, instead of, oh, I coulda, shoulda, woulda, saying, okay, I made the best out of the hand that I was dealt, out of the situation I had. Yes, hindsight is 2020, and it will always be. But I am flying above the storms of heartbreak and pain and disappointment. I am flying above, the shoulda, the couldas, and the wouldas. And I'm looking at my life, and I'm looking at the present, and I am embracing the gift that I have right now. And let's see. Let's go deeper. Aquarius. January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Aquarius. January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Aquarius. January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Aquarius. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels. Angels and spirit guides. Angels. Angels and spirit guides. Oh, goodness. Okay. So that one just literally popped out. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels. Angels and spirit guides. Angels. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. One bonus card. All right. Oh, and let's see the people you are to be mindful of during this time. Who are the people that Aquarius is to be mindful of? January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Aquarius. Who are the people that Aquarius is to be mindful of? January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Aquarius. Who are the people that Aquarius is to be mindful of? January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Aquarius. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, fantastic. So we have here the Death card, Scorpio energy. Now, this could be a Scorpio time frame, October 23rd to November 22nd. No, November 21st. October 23rd to November 21st. This can also be a person who is rather secretive and likes to gather up other people's secrets, likes to gather up other people's information, and then use it against them. So I would just be very mindful of this person. It doesn't necessarily, and Spirit's saying that for a lot of you Aquariuses, it's not a Scorpio at all. It is just going to be a person who, sits there and makes you think like they're your best friend, is sitting there and is saying like, oh, of course I understand you. We've been through the same things. You don't think I would have your back. And then they don't. They're just gathering up information. So I'd be very, very mindful of this energy right here. Then we have the Princess of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This is somebody who comes across very young. They might not be young, age-wise, but they are young spiritually. And so here, this is a person who can have a lot of trauma dramas. This is also a person who could be emotionally very manipulative and kind of, like I did tit for tat type of person. And you just don't have time for it. And also very gossipy people right here. And then we have the Strength card. Leo energy, time frame, July 23rd to August 22nd. Now again, this doesn't have to be a Leo. This is going to be a person who very much believes that because I said so, you will do it. And strength equals right. And that's just it. That's their power, that's their truth, that's their way of seeing things, and you should fall into line. And you're not really into that. You're not really into being told what to think or who to be or how to see things. And you're not going to be bullied during this time. This is really a time where you're going to sit there and look at people. And even if they think that they're getting away with it, they're not, because you're like, what the heck is wrong with you? You're just kind of really going to write them off. So we have the Hierophant right here. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the High Priestess. Oh, that's a beautiful inner self. Then we have the Ace of Wands, which just came flying out. We have the Death card. So here you have a negative Scorpio. Here you have a very positive Scorpio. So that's why Spirit wasn't showing it simply as a Scorpio. And this is a little bit of a gruesome card. But vultures have their purpose. Okay. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So you have two gifts with this dying away of the old self, this rebirth of the new. The sense of nothing is wasted. This really makes me think of the Tibetan sky ceremony, where, yeah, which is a form of burial ceremonies without the burial part. But you get, yeah, I won't go into it. So here, there is a sense of everything having its purpose, everything having its place within the world. And so you have these gifts moving you forward on this earthly plane, the gifts of the Wands and of the Pentacles, which are very much connected with the earthly plane, and this way of transcendence. Then you have the Five of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Page of Wands. So you are most definitely taking this gift of the fire sign energy. But also the Page of Wands is fire sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. And you have then the Ten of Pentacles, which is absolutely beautiful, right here as your bonus card. Okay. So we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is this powerful, beautiful sense of this is who I am. And, oh, excuse me. It's as you're taking your gifts and as you're moving forward. It's as you are, having this give and take, this symbiotic, beautiful relationship with life, again, where you're sitting there and you're saying, I cannot, only give and get nothing in return. That type of thing, where you're finding your blessings and you're finding this balance. You're going to see yourself finding the keys to things, and it's finding the keys to your truth, to your greater understanding, to the way that you see life, the way that you want to move forward. And you're looking at things and saying, this is me, and this has to be me. And as I embrace who it is that I am and where it is that I'm heading, I embrace my blessings, and I also embrace my shortcomings. It's like a person who truly succeeds knows that they're not good at everything, right? And so they can have people around them that help them, that balance things out. And that's what you're seeing with yourself. It's like, I have the keys to my greatness and to my power forward. It doesn't mean that I have to be excellent at every single thing and every single moment on this earth. What it means is that I have to embrace my truth and I have to embrace my power. And as I do so, with the Nine of Pentacles, you are embracing prosperity that it has taken you so long to see and to find and to recognize within yourself. And you still need to be patient because divinity is bringing more gifts forward. And as the High Priestess comes your way, you are looking at things very differently, and you're looking at things as a student. And the High Priestess here is going deeper. You're seeing beyond the veils of people. You're seeing kind of into the corners that people don't want you to see. And it can be rather disconcerting for you yourself, but also for others, because during this time, Aquarius, you're very intuitive just in and of your nature. And during this time, you peel back the layers of things and you can get right to the heart of things without people even knowing it. You're like, well, this is how I see it, or this is the way that I know it. And you're going to sit there and hit the nail on the head more often than not. And with the High Priestess, it can make you very sensitive to the world around you, very sensitive to people around you. And it can be very hard to find that balance of how do you want to move forward, and where is it that you want to be, and what is it that you are striving for in this life, and where is your place, because you're looking so much deeper. You're not just looking at the surface value of things. It's not like, oh, I want to have that fancy car and I want to live in that fancy zip code. It's like, no, I want to be genuinely happy. And that takes so much more time and so much more effort. And here, with you diving deeper and connecting with elements of life that would easily be overlooked, you're going to see yourself having this power forward, seeing yourself having this beauty to guide you. And again, you just see so much deeper than everybody else, that for a lot of you Aquariuses, this could be an astoundingly intensely emotional time. This can be a time where you start like looking at things and saying, I'm sorry, this just isn't going to work for me. And you mean it. And people can be taken by surprise. And it's as you move forward in your passion, it's as you embrace your fire, and as you're moving towards your happily ever after. And it doesn't have to be anybody else's, but it is truly and full-heartedly yours. And as your guardians are around you saying, what is it that you desire from life? What is your passion? What is your truth? How is it that you want to move forward? And the death card here, with this dying away of the old self, this rebirth of the new, in the wheel of life, you're seeing that there is a season, and there is a season for everything. And there is a way that you're looking at things, and there's a deeper sense of you moving forward, and there's a deeper sense of knowing that everything in life has its purpose and isn't wasted, and that there's this beautiful cycle to existence that you are embracing and getting that ancestral knowledge from, getting that spiritual knowledge from. And it embraces you on this earthly plane to be able to sing your own song, to have this gift of prosperity and bounty and joy, and have this wealth to be planted within the world, to move you forward, to have you looking at things differently and honestly and openly. And it moves you then to the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups here is a little bit intense, because the Five of Cups is a change your mind, change your life. But it's kind of like what's done is done. And here you have a wounded or dead guinea pig animal. I don't know exactly what animal it is, but you have the sense of it's time to move forward. And you have the healing cups with you. You have the Two of Cups, this healing beauty around you as you've weathered the storm. And now you're starting to change your mind, and you're starting to change your life. You're starting to change your emotional reaction to things, which can be more than changing your mind. It's like you're changing the way your heart responds. Instead of letting people bully you around, instead of letting people, make you feel really guilty about things, it's like, no, I have to move forward because I'm healing, because I'm protected, and because I'm not getting into this petty nonsense. So with the Seven of Wands is like, choose your fight wisely. And the skunk here looks rather upset. And if you've, of course, ever smelt a skunk, it's intense. If you've ever gotten skunked, or your house has ever gotten skunked, it's intense, and it lingers, and it's not pleasant. And so here, when you're moving forward, it's like, choose when to attack and when to run away. And no, running away is the wrong word, because you're embracing your music, you're embracing this energy, this vibrational truth, this power, this reasoning, this seeing of things. You're finding harmony within yourself. And here, it's like, choose when to fight and when to say, you're not worth it. You're not worth my time. You're not worth my energy. I can't fight every fool that comes my way. I can't, sit there and rage against everything in life that is unfair, because there will be nothing left for me. There will be no beauty left for me to enjoy my world, and to work and to live and to love in. And so I will stand my ground, and I will know my truth, and I will only attack when needed. I will only fight when it is needed. But the rest of the time, I will walk away, because I'm worth more than your petty arguments. And it leads you then to fully embracing your song and being a student of your passion, being a student of your fire, being a student of what you desire. As you look at how far you've come, how much you've overcome, how far it has gotten you. And, life has gotten you. How far you have taken, how far you have evolved on this journey. You're not the same person you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Heck, you're not the same person that you were a year ago. The last year has been so intense. And so here, you're looking at things with the Page of Wands. You're looking at things passionately and beautifully and spiritually and powerfully. And you're saying, what is it that I desire? How is it that I want to move forward? Who is it that I am? And as you do this, you start to embrace a prosperity that lasts for generations. You start to embrace this sense of coming home, of coming back to yourself, of coming to what it is that you desire from life. It's understanding that ancestral wisdom. It's understanding who it is that you are and where it is that you're headed and what it is that you want for yourself, but also for others. And it's not in that selfless, like, I'll put everybody before me type of way, but it's in that way because that lasts generations. Now, if you have children, this can be, that you teach them, but this is also the way you interact with the world. And they have that sense where they have that saying where, like, every interaction you have has that ripple effect. It's like that butterfly wings, right? Can cause a storm. But here, It is looking at yourself, and it's looking at the blessings and the power and the way that you want to move forward, and what it is that you dream of, and how it is that you look at your gifts, or if you're still trying to figure out your gifts. And then it's stepping into that sense of, this is me, this is who I need to be, to build my foundation off of, to build my security off of. And as you claim that truth, and as you claim that power, you start to see that this is the only way I can move forward. And as you embrace your truth, it gives other people the encouragement, the beauty to embrace their truth. And it has that beautiful ripple effect. Your subconscious spirit animal message. Aquarius, January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Aquarius. January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Aquarius. January 1st to the 15th, 2021, Aquarius. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Ooh, maybe put them right down here. Okay. Fantastic. Oh, I love it. So we're going to start with the mouse spirit. And it says tend to the small things. Because we tend to tend to we tend to overlook the little things and only want to focus on the big things. It's kind of like with love. Have you ever met the couple that they seem to have it all, and whenever they're out in public, oh my gosh, it's like darling, sweetie pie, and he's always showering gifts on her, and she's always showering gifts on him, and you're sitting there and you're super jealous, and you're like, wow. And then one day they split up, and you realize, and you're talking to them, or you're talking to one of them, or you're talking to, one and then the other, and you realize they were never happy, that it was all like this big show. It's because the big things are easy. The big things, when everybody pays attention and you know that everybody is jealous, that's easy. That's something that we all really, really like. But it's the small things. It's the getting the cup of coffee when you get up, or the cup of tea when you get up for the other person. It's remembering their favorite ice cream, or their favorite, food, or, it's sitting there, and it's being kind. And those are the small things. And we tend to overlook the small things, not only in love, in every single aspect of life. We want the big things. We want the flashy things. We want to show everybody and make everybody super jealous. But here, it's the small things. And it's the small things even within your own life. It's the small little rituals. It's the remembering that the small things do matter, that the beauty does matter. And it can even be calling back the beauty within your life, calling back the harmony and the brilliance and the understanding and the joy. And it leads you then to the flamingo. Embrace the in-between. Embrace this world and embrace the spiritual world. Embrace what you are putting into your body and what it is that you need, and who it is that's surrounding you, because you're going to see that it shows a lot more than you think it does. Because flamingos, of course, are naturally white birds. And because of the food that they eat, they turn pink. So here, it's being very mindful of the energy that is around you, of what you're putting into your body, and of how you're being affected by the world and the moods of others. And then the coyote spirit says, trust in the detours, trust in the divine detours. I can tell you that there are times where I sit there and looking at the world and I'm like, I don't know how I got here. But you know what? I'm very glad that I got here. But there were times in my life where I wasn't. The detours were so catastrophic and overwhelming and so much that I forgot to trust in them. But I'd never be here if it wasn't for them. And here, I am forever grateful for, and forever grateful for you guys, and for everything. And so here, with the coyote spirit, it's trusting in the detours. It's trusting in the twists and the twirls and the whirls of this world, and sitting there and saying, divinity does have a plan. And it's not being passive. It's not sitting there and saying, okay, fine, I'll just sit on the couch, eat chips, and see what happens. But it's sitting there, and it's doing everything in your power to have a beautiful life. But it's also remembering that spirit has a plan, divinity has a plan, and you're just along for the ride. Your subconscious spirit animal message is the cow spirit. The miracles are endless. Just like tending to the small things. We like to have our miracles be big and showy and everybody oohing and eyeing over them. But the miracles are small. The waking up in the morning, the being able to take a deep breath, the feeling good, the being healthy, the being surrounded or having family and friends and people to laugh with. These are miracles. And we tend to overlook them. And we tend to think, oh, it's just par for the course. It's not. It's not. It's rejoicing in the miracles. And it's finding those miracles every single day. the way the light plays off the snow, or the way the light plays off the leaves, and it's just embracing the love and the beauty that is part of life. It brings you then to your subconscious person message, which is the King of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is a sense of being powerful here, Aquarius, of having this fire, this passion, this truth, and not sitting there and saying, oh, well, it's silly, or, oh, I'm just making something out of nothing. It's not being afraid to roll up your sleeves, which you never are, and it's going after what it is that you truly desire, where it is that you truly want to be, and it's letting the fire burn brightly within you. Your subconscious chakra message is inner strength. The inner strength is the solar plexus chakra. You're finding that you're breaking out of your shell. You are finding that you're stepping into a strength you never knew you had, into a power you thought had been lost or that had been stolen from you. And now you embrace your power, your truth, your beauty, and your understanding. And you're like, this is me, and this is where I need to be. And then it moves you to your subconscious tarot message, which is the priestess. And you are embracing being a priestess of your life. Again, you're seeing behind the veils of peoples and things. You're seeing so much more than maybe even you want to at times. But as you embrace this truth, as you embrace this beauty, as you know you start to see your path a little bit more. And it can come in visions of things. It could be like, oh, I've always thought, or wouldn't it be nice to live in a cottage? And it's like, okay, well, if I wanted to live in a cottage, does that mean that I don't want to live in the city? Does it mean that I want a more quiet existence? And what does quiet mean to me? And so here you just go deeper. You go deeper into what it is that you want. And you also go deeper into what it is that you've used as a coping mechanism that has held you back. So it can be surrounding yourself or having been surrounded by toxic people. And you can find that you smoke. And you smoke because you're used to toxic people being in your life. Excuse me. And that's a way of keeping the toxicness around you, right? And so once you start to see that and you start to look at the cigarettes, you're like, do I really need that? And you can start to free yourself. It's like clutter. If you have things really cluttered, this was the way that it was so that I didn't have to let people in. Oh, I have to clean up. I have to tidy. It's not tidy. That type of thing. And so here with the High Priestess, you are seeing not only the pitfalls of others, but in a much more, kind of maybe even frustrating way. You can see the pitfalls in yourself. You're going to have to be very mindful not to just focus on the pitfalls within you and sit there and say, okay, I see what I need in my life to move me forward. And I'm embracing my truth and my power, and not get hung up on the things that you will sit there and think were failings, because they're not. They're all part of your journey. And so here, as you embrace the priestess, you embrace your truth, and you embrace this seeing, this understanding that is so much more powerful than you realized. And it leads you then to go deeper into your subconscious. And it leads you to the Knight of Cups, being a defender of your heart. Okay, the Knight of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This is being a defender of your heart, sitting there and knowing your truth, and sacredly and slowly moving forward in that divine understanding and in that divine presence. All right, Aquarius, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as you embrace the priestess way forward, as you embrace this truth, this beauty, and this great knowledge that heals, that cleanses, and that at times can overwhelm. So when you do feel overwhelmed, just to take a step back, to embrace your breathing, to let your body relax, and to know that you are connecting with this earth in a way that is profoundly beautiful and oftentimes overlooked in our world today. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aquarius.